Hi everyone, welcome to the Coen Brothers Hail Caesar from 2016. Yes, we are back once again ready to discuss another Coen Brothers film on the channel. So it's been a while and I look forward to discussing this film today. Hail Caesar, I saw it a couple of weeks ago now and just really wanted to share my thoughts on this film and I did really enjoy this as a first time watch. But there will be a spoiler warning for this discussion. If you haven't seen this film, I simply recommend seeing it first and then come back to this video and we can go from there. We can talk about this from the comments and celebrate cinema as always. With all that said, let's discuss my thoughts on this film and first time watch as I say, and it's a one that I found to be really enjoyable overall, and it's quite a cool film again, from the Coens, set in the 1950s Hollywood film industry of course, and we have Eddie Mannix played by Josh Brolin. He's this fixer for Capitol Pictures, and he's going about his kind of life, and it's set mainly over the course of the whole day, and it's just kind of the frantic nature of this, and he notices the disappearance, of this star actor, of course, George Clooney playing Bed Whitlock, and that is one of the main driving forces of the film. He's kind of meant to, kind of investigate him, but a lot of the film as well, it's kind of going in between different plot lines, characters. But just like a lot of Coen Brothers films, you've got a massive ensemble here, and you've got Alden Ehrenreich, kind of my favourite, kind of performance in the film. He's just hilarious in this, and just his character was so funny whenever he showed up, and just especially when he's trying to say his lines, kind of got a lot of kind of funny sequences with him kind of going into this film. He was kind of this more of a cowboy star, and kind of goes into this kind of normal in a sense drama, and just kind of walks in, and it's so funny, and when he's trying to say his lines, and Ralph Fiennes as well, the kind of the director there, and he's just the back and forth in those sequences was some of the funniest parts in the film for sure. And I think Ralph Fiennes is great in this film. Tilda Swinton playing two different sisters in this film, which was really bizarre, and I thought that was really funny as well. And I will say it's a bit too random at times for me personally, just that here and there throughout the film, while I think the Coens are writing, directing and editing this really in a unique way, I think, and the way in which the film kind of weaves in between different kind of plot lines within the narrative, I thought was really cool and unique at times. Other times it's a bit too random, and it does feel a bit disjointed, and it kind of takes me a little bit out of the narrative here and there. And I think Channing Tatum, and his kind of his sequences, in the film, I think that was a bit random actually. Even though I did enjoy him in the film, I think just parts when he shows up, the whole kind of musical numbers, that was a bit too. It didn't really fit with the rest of the film really. Even though I think the tone that's established is really definitely out there, and I think they run with it throughout most of the film. It does work. I think there's just a couple of patches where it's a bit too kind of silly, and it's not really as focused as I would have kind of liked in places. But I did enjoy the kind of carefree attitude to this film, and just the kind of nice relaxing feel just of watching this film, and just sitting back to watch it, and not necessarily kind of knowing the kind of context of every single character, and characters sometimes just kind of showing up, and just it's a bit random here and there, but I think it does actually work in its favour as well, and I think just the whole way in which it has this carefree attitude, and it's just something you can relax into, and it's really peaceful, and just a fun film, and nothing too kind of dark really in the film, because the tone is very unique and it's kind of set up, and just throughout the rest of the film the tone is mostly consistent, and I thought that was really one of my favourite aspects of this film, and just at times Josh Brolin's going through in a frantic way, loads of information at times, and just kind of going in between different kind of locations and all this, and investigating different things for, of course, Capitol Pictures. I think loads of different themes as well going on in the background, and things that are being kind of explored from the time period of Hollywood, and obviously it is loosely based on a real character, Eddie Mannix, but it is very much its own thing, and it's a very bizarre film at times, but that's one of the things I did enjoy about this, and just that, once again, kind of a strange Coen Brothers film that I did really enjoy, with the characters at times, and some of the characters, were a bit too random, and I wasn't, huge on, but I think Josh Brolin in this film, is great, and I think as well, especially Alden Ehrenreich, Ralph Fiennes, and just loads of these different actors that are just playing this so well. And I think it's a really effective parody of Hollywood, of course, and just Alden Ehrenreich in this film is so funny, and with kind of the way in which he's a Western star, obviously Hobie Doyle, and just kind of is cast in this kind of these comedies, drama type films, and I think really his plot line, Hobie Doyle, and whenever Alden Ehrenreich is on screen. I think that's definitely my favourite parts of the film. I think George Clooney in this film as well was so much fun, and it's Baird Whitlock, and I think his plot, and the way he's actually kidnapped, of course, by this group. I thought that was really funny, and the way he just wakes up, and it's just so random here, and it just kind of works. The Coens make it work. It's all these different characters kind of rambling on as George Clooney kind of wakes up. That was just so funny, and I just think the way in which this kind of progresses throughout the film, and the way in which George Clooney's character of Baird actually gets so immersed in this group, and for a moment he's just kind of is agreeing with everything, and he just kind of gets so kind of wrapped up in this, and then when of course we have the reuniting of Baird and Eddie Mannix, the way in which they kind of in the final act, what happens there, and when George Clooney's character's kind of, kind of saying stuff to Josh Brolin, that was really funny, and Josh Brolin kind of slapping him and just kind of getting him back in check, kind of thing. That was just, it was so funny, and I think the way the film ends as well, we have just Eddie Mannix kind of once again being kind of a bit more happy with his life, and just kind of continuing going on, of course, and kind of just a realization really, and it's just kind of found that kind of sense of peace again, it seems like, in the end. I just thought it was a really nice outcome, and I think for all the kind of random bizarre stuff that happens in this film, and all the comedic moments, and all different over the top kind of plot lines, I thought it was quite kind of grounded and human, in places, and I think the way it ends was really, it's just really nice, and just throughout this film, some really funny moments, as I say, and I think a lot of cast members that are just great in this film, and Josh Brolin, of course, George Clooney and Alden Ehrenreich, my favourites, in this film, just with their characters and how they're kind of playing these, and the more of the, it was just something I was more interested in, but quite a lot of plot lines in this film that are really unique, and something I wanted to see more of. But I guess that is the intention, and it's more of a we kind of see loads of different characters showing up different periods in the film, and sometimes just for one or two scenes really. Frances McDormand in this film as well. She was great, and just as the film editor, that was such a funny kind of moment there when she gets the kind of the tie stuck, of course, there, and she's just, that was so funny, and I really found that quite hilarious at that point, and just characters so like Frances McDormand, the one she's playing there, the film editor, I think just really showing up for one or two scenes, but it just has a nice balance at times, the comedy, the drama, and I think it does have this kind of elevated feel as well, at times. George Clooney, of course, Baird Whitlock, at the end of the film when he does that kind of massive monologue, in the film, and it just, that was so epic, and then afterwards, just kind of the comedy creeping in there, and just kind of he messes up, he doesn't remember one of the lines there, and that just kind of stops that, but that was just such a kind of funny moment, and just also though an epic kind of sequence, and I think that it is the film, it kind of has these epic kind of really investing parts, and I love the sets, the costumes to this, the whole look and feel, and it's really just a great kind of at times recreation of 1950s Hollywood, but it is also something that's kind of this unique, bizarre at times, wacky kind of comedy film, and I think it does for the most part work really well, and I think overall it's just a really solid film from the Coens, and as I say, it looks absolutely stunning. The use of music and kind of the atmosphere to this, for the most part I really enjoyed, and I just think this was an investing film, and one that was really kind of uplifting to see, and really funny film throughout most of the runtime. So overall my rating for this film is a 72%, so a really solid score from me, and I did enjoy this film, as I say, quite a bit, and I enjoyed the cast, the kind of the tone of this, just the way, as I said, it's kind of a carefree attitude to this, even though there's a lot going on at times, a lot of information, but it's one that I was just kind of really sitting back, relaxing, enjoying, and it's just kind of a breezy film at times, and just one that I really enjoyed, the kind of tone and the atmosphere, and just the feeling of this, it's really peaceful at times, and just nice, pleasant film to watch. And so that's my thoughts. What do you think on this film? It'd be really cool to hear in the comments your thoughts on this, your experience with this film, and how to compare for you to different Coen Brothers films. It'd be cool to discuss all this kind of stuff, and celebrate cinema. So as always, take care, and thanks for watching.